Egypt is a land of ancient wonders where the past comes alive in the form of pyramids, temples and mummies. But sometimes, even the most seasoned archaeologists can be surprised by what they find. Such was the case when a team of Czech researchers recently rediscovered a long-lost tomb that belonged to an influential Egyptian official who lived around 4,400 years ago. His name was Ptahshepses, and his story is one of the most remarkable in Egyptian history. Ptahshepses was born during the reign of Menkaure, the last king of the Fourth Dynasty, who built the smallest of the three Great Pyramids at Giza. He grew up at the royal court and received a high-quality education. He also married well, as he became the son-in-law of Osiris, the founder of the Fifth Dynasty of Sun Kings. Osiris elevated Ptahshepses to a prominent position in his administration, making him his vizier, or prime minister. Ptahshepses also held many other titles such as overseer of all works of the king, chief justice and high priest of the sun god Ra. Ptahshepses was not only a powerful politician and a religious leader but also a visionary who introduced a major change in the Egyptian belief system. He was the first to worship Osiris, the god of the underworld and resurrection, who would later become one of the most popular deities in ancient Egypt. Ptahshepses' tomb contains one of the earliest references to Osiris on a stone lintel that was originally placed above his cult chapel. The lintel also depicts Ptahshepses offering to Osiris and his wife Khentkausai, who was considered the mother of all living beings. Ptahshepses' tomb was located in a zone between the pyramid fields of Abusir and Saqqara, where many other high-ranking officials were buried. It was a massive structure that measured 42 meters long and 22 meters wide. It had a well-decorated chapel with painted scenes of Ptahshepses and his family performing rituals and receiving offerings. It also had two serdabs, or chambers, for statues of Ptahshepses that were meant to house his spirit after death. The tomb also had a long corridor that led to the burial chamber where Ptahshepses' sarcophagus and mummy were placed. The tomb was first discovered in 1860 by a French scholar named Auguste Mariette, who excavated some parts of it and took away the false door and the lintel that now displayed at the British Museum in London. However, he did not fully explore the tomb and left it exposed to the elements. The tomb soon disappeared under the sand and was forgotten for more than 160 years. It was not until recently that a team of Czech archaeologists from Charles University in Prague managed to relocate and re-excavate the tomb using satellite imagery and old maps. They were amazed by what they found: a well-preserved monument that revealed new details about Ptahshepses' life and times. They also entered the burial chamber that had been robbed in antiquity but still contained some clues about Ptahshepses' death and afterlife. The most surprising discovery was the mummified remains of Ptahshepses himself, who was still lying inside his partially opened sarcophagus. The mummy was wrapped in linen bandages and had traces of resin on his skin. The archaeologists also found some pottery vessels, votive offerings, and even a mummified fish near his sarcophagus. The fish was probably a symbol of rebirth or a food for Ptahshepses' journey to the underworld. The mummy of Ptahshepses is one of the oldest ever found in Egypt and provides new insights into the evolution of mummification techniques during the Old Kingdom period. The archaeologists are still studying his remains to learn more about his age, health, cause of death, and genetic ancestry. The tomb of Ptahshepses is a rare and valuable find that sheds new light on one of the most important figures in Egyptian history. He was a man who rose from humble origins to become a close associate of kings and a pioneer of religious innovation. He left behind a legacy that influenced generations of Egyptians who followed him. The research on his tomb is still ongoing and more discoveries are expected to be made in the future. The Czech team hopes to restore and conserve the tomb and make it accessible to visitors who want to see this remarkable monument for themselves. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating videos. See you next time.